Hello, and thanks for watching. Okay, we've all probably heard a lot of talk in the last few years about using social media, and sometimes we hear about using social media to inform the public during an emergency. This video is going to show some examples of an excellent use of using Twitter and Google Maps especially, and also Google's Blogger blog. Okay, so I've noticed this hashtag lower North Fork Fire preceded by the pound sign there, and we call that a hashtag. And so if you enter that into a tweet, then you can search for that tweet. So basically I was looking for a map of the fire and maybe a map of the evacuation area, and I see that a person who does the Wildfire Today blog, Bill Gabbert, has posted a map here. We'll see in just a moment, and it's made up from satellites detecting fire, and this is a fire that's southwest of Denver, and it's actually a reburn from a prescribed fire, and the wind came up several days later and blew the fire out of control. And I am witnessing this stuff on the 27th of March. It really blew up, I believe, more the day before that, but I just want to show how it turns out. This is a map here that was posted on Google Maps by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department, Sheriff's Office, and it turns out we'll see that it's reposted in a number of different places, and it's really a fantastic thing that they got on it quickly and utilized free media to help inform the public and inform the media of what's going on. Okay, so now we've seen somebody has posted that here's a excellent site to look at information regarding this fire, and we see this is posted by the National Weather Service in the NOAA office in Denver, and we see it looks basically like the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office, and so I'm guessing that they were the authors here. Maybe there was some sharing of the authoring here, I don't know, but anyway, we see it includes some icons that describe evacuation areas. It shows the perimeter of the fire, and we can see we can look at it in different layers. This is looking at it in what they call the terrain layer. I used to calling this kind of a thing a topographic map, and this can really help firefighters, help them predict what's going on with the fire and with deciding whether there's draws and chutes and chimneys and that sort of thing. And in a moment we'll see that we can also put in the layer of map that shows the satellite view, which shows us the fuel. It shows us that this is, right now we can see this is some pretty rugged Rocky Mountain territory in the Front Range, just southwest of Denver. And we'll see in a moment that most of it's forested, so it's got a lot of fuel. It's real rugged. It's going to be a hard place to fight fire. Okay, so this is interesting to me to see the National Weather Service posting this, and we'll see in a moment here. There's a bunch of links here that we're going to choose, and this first one apparently is a remote area weather station, what we call a RAW station, and I'm sure we could find the location if we dug around with this enough, but I just wanted to show examples of the links. But the RAW station usually has information about the weather, the temp, the relative humidity, the wind direction and force, usually listed every hour. Now here's another page of weather information. This is new to me. I haven't seen this. And in a moment here we're going to go to the local radar, and we're going to check out the radar and also the wind, which is referred to as the storm relative motion. Okay, so this is fantastic to have all this information right here, right with our fire map. And if we can view this with a laptop or a tablet or a smartphone, if you were on the fire, or if you're interested in the fire, then it can tell you a lot. Okay, so in a moment go to the storm relative motion, and we'll see where it's green, it is flowing towards the radar station, and where it's red, it's flowing away from it. And we could go down and see the scale on the right. We could predict the intensity. Okay, so here's our again our topo map or terrain map, and then we're going to choose the satellite view here in a moment, and we'll be able to see the fuels. And if we zoomed in far enough, we could see the houses probably, and see if the houses actually have defensible space, or if they need someone to help come protect them, some structure protection, and maybe some fuels removal. Hopefully most people that live out in the wildland urban interface or in the forest know that they really need to do some make a defensible space ahead of time before fire season. Now this is real unusual, this kind of a fire getting going at the end of March, but it had been a very dry March in that area, a record dry March in that area. Okay, so this is just a fantastic use to see how this has come about, and we'll see how these links are really easy to add to a email, or add to a blog, or add to a website, or add to a Twitter account. Okay, and now we're going to see, okay, it looks like the Denver Post has an interactive map now available, so we'll follow that link. We'll see if it's the same one, and apparently it is, provided by the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. And again, we have videos on our YouTube channel that show you how easy it is to make these kinds of maps. To me, being a wildland firefighter, I just basically want to know where is the fire perimeter and where is the evacuation zone. We'll see within a few minutes here that they will post the evacuation zone too, which is fantastic. Generally, you can look at it in a larger map, like most of us are used to seeing Google Maps in our browsers, in something like this format. Some places around the world it's kind of reversed, so you've got columns on the right instead of the left. But it's real easy to use this thing. What you do is you sign into places, sign in and choose My Places, and choose Create a Map. And you use 3 simple editing tools. You can do basically the same thing with Google Earth. Watch our Making Custom Maps in Google Earth video. So there's certain advantages to Google Earth, certain advantages to Google Maps. But it's not something, it's something that the layman can use. You don't have to have professional GIS experience. It's something that we can use and share very easily, and it's free. So I'm demonstrating how simple it is to copy the URL. You can put this in instant messaging, into an email, into a blog, into a web page. You can basically post it any place into a web page where you can put an image somewhere within an image tag. Okay, and every time we look at that, we'll probably see it has a list of the views here. Okay, so finally I've realized that Jefferson County Sheriff has made this map. Why don't we go just directly to their Twitter account and see what's going on? We see here they have a blogspot link, so that's to their emergency traffic, and so we'll see that in a moment. All this stuff's pretty easy to do. Our videos show you how to post the links, how to post information to icons in your map, how you can post links to weather, links to the RAW station, links to video, links to whatever you like. Okay, here's their Blogspot blog. Again, this is free. This is easy to use. You have to practice it with it a little bit to get it to do what you want to do, if you're not already an expert at that. And you'll see that each new post goes to the top of the page, and so eventually it'll push the lower posts off. We'll see here in a moment. So they're talking about the evacuation area. We'll see here in a moment. You can also add videos. You can add pictures. You can add maps. And so this is just real simple stuff. This does not take any HTML, any JavaScripting, any professional web development. It's just very simple stuff. but it is truly a really excellent way to use what they call social media, which we've heard that word over and over and over. However, this is a fantastic use of it, and I'm just really happy to have witnessed this, and recorded some of the screens here that showed us how useful it is. And here comes our map. Okay, and again, generally you'll see you can choose it to view it in a larger map, and you get all the rest of the information. Okay, so I've got a kind of a slow internet connection at this particular point, but eventually everything comes up. Okay, so they made a link in their main website to this Blogspot blog. Okay, so now we've gone over. I've seen through Twitter that it's listed that this television station has listed it along with the hashtag, and so I'm going to a different search here. This is called Topsy, and it's an interesting way to search social media or the web or tweets especially, and we see that the map is the third highest ranked thing, and we'll see down here that the Jeffco blog is on the very first page of search results, and so that's really fantastic. They've gotten this information out, available to the public quickly, and I think they've done a really good job, and they should be proud of themselves for what they've done. I've seen other instances in other places where people made the Google Maps, but it wasn't an official Google map, and it was by some just citizens, and it was used over and over, but there was some criticism that, you should be careful using this stuff if it's not from the police department or the fire department or whatever emergency services departments. So I would suggest that if you don't have something better that works better than this, that's cheaper and better, then you should take advantage of this and delegate someone in your department to learn how to do this. We've made every effort, we've made efforts to just utilize the YouTube channel to create tutorials to just show you how to do this. And so with a little bit of time with our videos and a little bit of playing around with Google Maps and with Blogger and with Twitter, you can easily do the same thing. Okay, so now we've gone over to a TV station. Says that they've got an updated map that includes the evacuation area, and we'll see that indeed it does. It has the blue line is the evacuation area, and again you can choose different layers. You can go in far enough if you have a decent signal and view it, view the streets and so forth. You can also view this in other layers, including Google Earth, and it's a very useful thing. So we really hope that you found some value here. I think this is a big underused tool that everybody can use for free, and invite you to watch some of our other videos and follow us on Twitter, Leading Edge Web. And if you have some better ideas, then I'd love to hear it. Thank you very much for watching.